Hello, history buffs. Today, we're exploring the life and wisdom of James Polk, one of America's most impactful, yet underrated, presidents. As the 11th President of the United States, James Polk served from 1845 to 1849, a pivotal era of expansion and change. Known for his determination and focus on manifest destiny, Polk transformed the nation through bold policies. In this video, we'll dive into 10 of his famous quotes, examining what they reveal about his leadership, vision, and the challenges of his time. Let's get started. James Polk grew up in North Carolina and rose to prominence as a lawyer and politician. Elected in 1844 on a platform of territorial expansion, he quickly became a workaholic president, often working 12-hour days. His quotes reflect his drive and the turbulent issues of the 1840s, like the Mexican-American War and westward growth. First, Polk's ambition shines in his quote. "With me, it is emphatically a case of now or never." This highlights his urgency during his single term, pushing for immediate action on expansion before his time ran out. Second, on foreign policy, he declared, "The world has nothing to fear from military ambition in our government." Polk used this to justify the U.S. invasion of Mexico in 1846, emphasizing that America's goals were defensive and aimed at securing borders. Third, during debates over slavery and territory, Polk stated, "There is no higher law than the Constitution." This quote underscores his strict interpretation of the Constitution, which guided his decisions on issues like the annexation of Texas, though it also fueled sectional tensions. Fourth, Polk's vision for growth is captured in the fulfillment of our manifest destiny to overspread the continent allotted by Providence for the free development of our yearly multiplying millions. He believed this divine right justified acquiring vast lands, leading to the Oregon Treaty and the Mexican Cession. Fifth, reflecting on diplomacy, he said, "Peace, above all things, is to be desired, but blood must sometimes be spilled to obtain it on equable and lasting terms." This quote defended the Mexican-American War as a necessary step for lasting peace, though it cost thousands of lives. Sixth, Polk addressed his work ethic with, "No president who performs his duties as he should and as the public expects him to will ever be criticized for lack of activity." True to his word, Polk achieved his goals, including adding over 1 million square miles to the U.S., but it took a toll on his health. Seventh, on national unity, he remarked, "The people will decide." This showed his faith in democracy during heated debates over slavery in new territories, though it didn't fully resolve the issue. Eighth, Polk was pragmatic about power. "I have no concealment." He meant he was transparent in his intentions, like when he openly pursued the acquisition of California, which became part of the U.S. after the war. Ninth, toward the end of his term, he reflected, "No change of administration can alter the fact that we are at peace with all the world." This quote celebrated his successes in settling boundary disputes, but it ignored the domestic scars from expansion. Tenth and finally, on his legacy, Polk noted, "I intend to be a president who is always at work." He lived up to this, accomplishing his 4 key goals: reducing tariffs, establishing an independent treasury, and settling Oregon and Mexican territories, proving his efficiency in just one term. Through these quotes, we see Polk as a driven leader who shaped modern America, even if his policies sparked controversy. James Polk's presidency was short but transformative, expanding the U.S. and setting the stage for future growth. His words continue to inspire us to act with purpose and conviction. Remember, as we reflect on his contributions, James Polk was famously American. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and explore more stories of influential Americans. The past is never finished until we stop learning.